Now in the race to the White House for you, Vice President Kamala Harris visiting our state tomorrow to meet with Latinx voters.
The visit is also expected to highlight investments President Biden's administration has made in support of small businesses.
Yeah, tonight your reporter in Boulder, Alan Janae, joins us live. And Alan, you're tracking how small businesses are trying to hang on in one community. They're thinking outside the box.
Yeah, they're doing their best here, Karen. You know, Louisville has the kind of resource that a lot of Colorado communities filled with tan and earth tone shopping plazas would love. That is the historic charm of its downtown. Now, Louisville closed downtown streets to, or Main Street at least, to traffic for portions of 2 years during the pandemic. Now they're thinking of doing it again this summer. But there are some people who want the automobile traffic to stay here. It is a quaint downtown, 130 years young in some spots, with the kind of charm that's hard to find. Things are quiet in Louisville, where this couple from Austria just moved a week ago to find some doors closed.
All those businesses, they look really cute, and I would love to go explore, but unfortunately many are closed right now.
There are some entirely empty. A concern for Patrick Walsh, who owns 6 businesses here. Does it feel like it's struggling in some ways?
Clearly it's struggling. If it was all it could be, I don't think that anyone would hesitate to open up a business in those spots.
Downtown is in need of a boost. Just about all seem to agree. Shutting it down, what do you think?
Shutting down Main Street? I think it has to happen.
Because Walsh sees it as the best way to boost business by closing Main Street again this summer. And there is some buy-in from people who live nearby.
I like the idea of when the streets are full and people are sitting outside at their tables enjoying it.
This thing has grown legs.
Yeah. But a block off Main Street, Marco Toscano points out some history.
He was the youngest restaurant owner in town.
His family has been living and running restaurants here for generations. He remembers the crowds.
Louisville was a destination. It was a destination for Boulder, for Lafayette.
He and some of his neighbors worry closing Main Street pushes cars and people their way.
Let's make sure we're not putting additional traffic in the neighborhoods. And RTD has 400 buses that go down Main Street a week. Those are now going to go down the residential streets.
Over to Lafarge Avenue. The downtown would lose about 90 parking spaces.
If you can't park in front of your home when you get home from work, or you have friends over and they have to park 4 or 5 blocks away, who's going to want to live in that neighborhood?
Louisville has had some issues other places have not.
Everyone shared the pain of the pandemic. The fire was a complete devastation to our community.
There are other pressures too. High rent and rising food and wage costs, says Walsh.
It's increasingly more difficult. Everything's gone up.
Leading to a desire to add something special, says clothing store owner Eric Reed.
You give a place for people to come and visit and poke around and see what's happening, they're going to come.
Now, close to 200 of Louisville's 21,000 residents have so far signed a petition in one way or another, hoping to keep automobile traffic flowing here. The city is doing a study, a more long-term study on ideas to try and help downtown and opening its mind to what it can possibly do. Toscano and his group, meantime, just want the city council to hit pause because the council is expected to vote on the idea of closing Main Street here to automobile traffic next week. In Louisville, I'm Alan Janae, covering Colorado First.
All right, Alan, thank you. Well, Gabby and Alan are your reporters in Adams and Boulder County. CBS Colorado, the only station committed to covering Colorado first. We have reporters following stories all across the state for you. So if you have a story idea, send us an email or give us a call.